Hello, welcome to my YouTube live. I'm so grateful to be here. I want to share with you 8 reasons why you're not living your best life. And I'm going to share with you where this came from. It is definitely something that I had to get a real realization of when I was going through a challenge a couple of years ago. And these are things that, as I was growing through that challenge, most of these I realized were the reason why I was number one going through that challenge, but also two, wasn't living my best life. Now, originally it was seven, then I added another one today, and so I'm going to share those with you. Um, Trying to send my live to my love so that he can join. Um, so, these are the 8 reasons why you are not living your best life. So, if you look at your life and you are not happy about whatever it is that you are experiencing, then I want to encourage you to look at these or listen to these and see if any of these um, fit maybe where you are right now. And if it is, then you have the power to shift and change. But also, too, in addition to having the power to shift and change, you have to be mindful that where you are right now is a space for you to learn the lessons that you need to learn so that you can live the life that you are here to live. So, here are the 8 reasons why you are not living your best life. Number one is you're operating in fear. Operating in fear. Like I said before, these are these are some things that when I was going through a really tough period in my life, these are the things that kept me stuck in that space. So number one is operating in fear. I was definitely operating in fear. And I find myself having to push myself through those fear moments. The second reason that you may not be living your best life, hello everyone who's joining, I see the numbers are going up, is number two is you keep comparing yourself to others. And I say this all the time in my classes, but when you compare yourself to others, that's living in a prison. You imprison yourself. You know, you put yourself in a space where you can't escape that unless you choose to. So you have to really get to a space where you understand and know that you are uniquely made to be you. And you can't compare yourself to others. You can't compare your journey to another person's journey because all of our journeys are different. All of our lives are different. All of our paths are different. So that is number two. The third reason why you are not living your best life is you're not being present in the moment. Not being present in the moment. So many times we are constantly replaying the past, or we are fretting over and have anxious feelings about what's going to happen in the future, that we don't take time right now in the moment to be with ourselves, to be in the moment, to experience the moment for what it is. And one of the things that we are doing inside of our the inner work community is I'm sharing every day from A Course in Miracles the workbook lessons. And most of the workbook lessons, the first month of lessons, has been about seeing things for what they are. You know, a lot of times we see things and we see experiences, whether it's past our own past experiences or someone else's past experiences, or we see things from a future perspective as opposed to really taking time out for living in the present moment. So that is number three. The fourth reason you are not living your best life is because you are not following your intuition. Your intuition is the I'm gonna say the true self, or the God self in you that speaks to you, guides you, and leads you on life. And so when you're following your intuition, what that means is you are connected within and you are listening to the voice that is leading you through conditions and situations that can take you to your greater and greatest good. So that is number 4. The fifth reason is you keep worrying about what people think. You keep worrying about what people think. And for those of you who are like me, used to be a people pleaser and still am in some ways, um, you understand and know that you must understand and know, let me say it that way. You must understand and know that you cannot please everybody at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You cannot please everybody. Not only that, but there's this saying that if you live by their applause, you will die by their criticism. And so when you trying to see what this says, um, when you when you live by what you constantly worried about what other people think, you imprison yourself because you're so worried about if you're going to fit in whatever they think of you, whatever they say of you. And I always like to say it this way: if it doesn't align with your highest good, if it doesn't align with what I'm going to say God says about you, then what people say, what people think does not matter. Okay? It does not matter at all. So do you, okay? Do you and live your best life. Number 6, you don't make time for self care. Self care is so important. Uh, Self care is super important. Yes, please speak English in the chat because I do not speak any other language except English, and I know a little Spanish, but not enough to hold a conversation. Thank you. Um, So, number 6 is you don't make time for self care. Self care is God's care. That's what I like to call it. Making time to care for yourself is super important, especially in the climate that we're currently living in, whether it's political climate, whether it's social climate, whatever. It's very important to make time for self care. Self care is you pouring into yourself, you um, preserving yourself, you making yourself a priority in your own life. Because guess what? If you don't make yourself a priority, no one else in your life will make you a priority. So that is number 6. Number 7, the seventh reason why you're not living your best life is you are not stepping outside of your comfort zone. And raised, we get comfortable in our comfort, and a lot of times what that breeds is um, contentment, and I'm going to call it boredom, you know, and it also keeps us stuck in a perpetual cycle of not doing more, not welcoming more, even not even welcoming correction in our lives when you are stuck in your comfort zone. So it's important for us to remember that in order for you to get more, have more, be more, do more, you got to step outside of your comfort zone. And if that means learn something new, learn something new. I'm learning something new right now. I'm learning trading, and it's 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 something for me to learn and pay attention to the charts and learn all the wording. And actually I have a download that I printed where I'm looking at these charts and trying to figure out what the charts look like and things like that. And it's very new information that I've not been exposed to before, but now that I'm exposed to it, I'm getting more and more comfortable. The more I look at the charts, the more I see something that's new and different in my learning. I'm getting comfortable. So it's not necessarily stepping outside of your comfort zone, more so than it's expanding your comfort zone. So make sure that you are doing that. And this is the one that I added today, and that is we are forcing life instead of manifesting life. Forcing life instead of manifesting life. What that means is we try to make so many things happen from a standpoint of um, we try so hard, or I don't even want to say try. Let me try to think of what's a good way to word this. Um, we don't take inspired action. We don't go within and let our intuition, our inner voice, lead us to the things that we, um, I'm going to say lead us to our greatest good. And so what we do is we force things to happen. We try to make the relationship work. We try to, go against all the things that are giving us the red flag saying, no, 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 no. We try to force those things to happen in our lives. And it's not about forcing, it's really about manifesting. And what manifesting is standing in, knowing, number one, knowing your power, but number two, standing in your power and allowing life to unfold the way it's supposed to unfold. Um, okay, thank you, Brandon. Thank you. I'm assuming that's a compliment. If it's not, I'm going to take it as a compliment. But those are the 8 reasons why you are not living your best life. I'm going to give you those one more time. Number one, you're operating in fear. Number two, you're comparing yourself to others, constantly comparing yourself to others. Number three, you're not being present in the moment. Number four, you're not following your intuition. Number five, you keep worrying about what other people think. Number six, you don't make time for self care. Number seven, you're not stepping outside of your comfort zone or even expanding your comfort zone. And number eight is you're forcing life instead of manifesting life. Forcing it instead of manifesting it. So, thank you so much for joining me on my live. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. And I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel, but also for those of you who may be watching the playback, make sure that you comment and say, hey, I'm watching the playback, and tell me one thing that that resonates with you that I've talked about today. And also, inside of the description or whatever it's called in the bottom of this video. I'm trying to get used to YouTube, so pardon me. But in that, I will have a link for my free course. It's actually 7-part course called 7 Traits of a Healed Woman. You can actually grab that and watch that class. And then once you watch that class, if you want to reach out to me and say, hey, I really enjoyed that class, I really learned whatever it is that you learned, let me know, and I will also give you a bonus class to enjoy with that too. So, with that, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a great day. I send love, light, peace, and blessings to you. Take care.